Oke, halo, ketemu lagi dengan saya Iman Prabowo. Nah, video ini adalah video kedua dari latihan speaking bahasa Inggris saya. Jadi kali ini saya mau ngobrolin masalah telur karena tadi itu saya baru aja nonton videonya dari Dr. Eric Berg yang dia ngobrolin masalah telur. Ya udah kalau gitu langsung aja ya. Saya ganti jadi pakai bahasa Inggris. Okay, hello Iman Prabowo here. In today's video, I just want to ramble again. I want to ramble about eggs because I just watched a video by Dr. Eric Berg. Dr. Eric Berg is a doctor, like, he specializes on talking about how to live healthy, and he talks a lot about intermittent fasting and also like water fasting, and he recommends people doing that intermittent fasting and also water fasting. For those of you that do not know what is a water fasting is when you are fasting, you don't eat anything. You really don't eat anything, but you consume water. You only drink water, and you don't eat at all. And the water that you can consume is like pure water. One, pure water. Second, you can drink like tea, for example, green tea, but tea without added sugar in it. And also, you can drink coffee, but without sugar in it. So, sugar is not allowed while you are doing fasting. I once did the water fasting in I can go to like 11 day. I've done I had done water fasts in the past for 11 day, and I succeeded for 11 days. And then the second times I did water fasting, I did it for like 9 days. And for that for that period, I lose about 12 kilos. It is really like, if you really want to lose weight fast, just do the water fasting. But it is really hard. The first time I went on doing water fast is really hard. The hardest part is the first day and the second day of doing the water fast. But the third day, it's easier because I don't know, but at that time I wasn't. I still ate like dates. I still ate dates, only dates and water, pure water, but do not eat other than dates. Ajwa, I only ate kurma, ajwa dates, and then water. But sometimes I also drink like green tea without added sugar in it, and I could go until like 11 days, like total like 20 days. But the first time I did it for 11 days, and the second times, like 2 weeks later, I did it again, and then it lasted for 9 days. So while you're doing like intermittent fasting, or you're doing water fasting, the important thing is when you are breaking the fast, you cannot just like eat whatever you want. When through my 11 days, I start eating eggs. And this is why, like, Dr. Eric Berg talks about in his video titled "Are Expensive Eggs Really Worth It?" So he discusses about different type of eggs, like pasture raised. He also talks about chickens that are really like in a cage, because if you how do you call memelihara? How, let's if you keep chickens, in your house, then you will feed them. The food that you're going to feed the chicken will also determine the eggs that the chicken will have. So Dr. Eric Bergs talks about the chicken in a cage that is being fed, like, I forgot about the food that the chicken eats in that cage. It's kind of like food that, like, maybe some kind of processed food, some kind of, I don't know, but I don't know in English, but I think I need to just the chicken were not designed to live without space. And then it's also talking about space. The bigger the space that the chicken has in the cage, the better it is for them, because chickens were not designed to live without space. Just like human does not. We're not designed to live without space. And from Dr. Eric Berg's perspective, if the chicken live in a small space, he can really kind of like going. There will be lots of cortisol. Cortisol is a hormone that will make that contributes to stress in human. So in the chicken, that will contribute to eggs that are not healthy enough. So the point is, in order for you to get good eggs out of the chicken, you need to look at the space that the chicken is living there, and then you can really also like, how do I recall this? Lots of vocabulary just lost in my mind, and it's hard to just recall it easily from my. Oh man, this is really hard. But I will keep on trying. I will keep on learning to be able to speak whatever I want whenever I want, and then I want to be able to use words that I want to use, because if I want to use like a word, and then I don't know how to say it in English, and then I try to paraphrase my words, and then I think it will some kind of like, it doesn't fit to the overall meaning, because in my perspective, in my opinion, a word is really designed, if you words have their own space. If you put this word and then you change the word and you paraphrase the word with other words, because you don't know that word, it will kind of like some kind of like changing the meaning, and then some kind of like doesn't really deliver the message well. That is just in my opinion. And then come back to the eggs. I think I will finish this egg chickens. And other things that I realize is, it's not just about vocabulary, but also if I'm not mastered this kind of things, for example, I don't know about this kind of eggs kind of thingy. Even though I'm talking about eggs in my native Indonesian language, I will have a hard time talking about it, even though I'm using my first language, that is Bahasa Indonesia. I will have a hard time talking about it because I have no idea about eggs, for example, like this. But let's go back to the eggs. The chicken that Dr. Eric Burke is talking about in here, he classified it like, because in Indonesia, the race of the chicken is different, like there is ayam negeri and ayam kampung. But I don't know, in the Western world, in America, for example, that is just one egg. The race is maybe the same, but because ayam negeri is different than ayam kampung, if you have ayam kampung, here ayam kampung means like pasture. I don't know how to write it down. Pasture race. Okay. Pasture means like okay, pasture. Okay, pasture. Another a noun, see dictionary. Land covered. Okay. Pasture is land covered with grass and other low plants suitable for grazing animals, especially cattle or sheep. Or in Bahasa Indonesia, pasture means padang rumput. Pasture race in land covered with grass. So chicken pasture race is a chicken that is raised yang dipelihara di padang rumput, like that, So the meaning of that, so they consider ayam kampung as pasture race. So I think that's all for now. It's really hard. I don't know, but at least I've tried, and I will talk again tomorrow and maybe very soon. I will finish this. I think there are a lot of vocabulary in this field that I still don't know, and I still need to learn from it and learn to use the vocabulary. Okay, so I think that's all for now. Talk to you soon, and bye now.